play.
Really?
Yeah, Logan had a second hero point that he was able to hero point the one that would have killed you.
Yeah, I really wanted to play this new character, so thanks, guys.
Well, now I have now I don't feel bad to kill you, so beware.
Well, I guess I could use this character for our one shot, Logan.
Yeah.
So, after an epic journey back from the gunworks, you spend a little bit of time spitting sand out. There you go. Wait a minute. There it is. And yeah, so with that, do you guys, more to serious business, do you guys have anything you need to sell and get rid of? This next part where you go into this tavern, it's a little bit of, well, talking to his friend and all that is a little bit of theater of the mind.
I don't have anything to sell, but Logan, can I give you my blast suit to put in the bag of holding? Just in case.
Well, this one behind the bar is a bank. If you can,
okay.
You have access, you can drop in.
So I'm putting the other two in my in the fell thing. Oh, that's what that is.
You gonna get rid of them? If you need it, bro.
Krillin has one.
If you got a hand, what if you got a handle pyronite?
I got Diamond Frost.
Oh, that's dangerous, man. You gonna leave your mimic pet in there?
Fine, I'll keep him.
He's gonna get hungry.
He's pretty hungry. I gotta feed him. I gotta feed him soon. I keep forgetting to feed him.
Wait, mimic pet?
Yeah.
What?
We picked up a mimic along the way,
and we haven't been utilizing this.
Well, it's because he wanted a mimic in the other game, so I gave him one in this game just to be an asshole.
You want to hold on to him and use him, because I always keep forgetting to use him.
Yeah.
All right.
Put it back in the vault, and I think he can take it out of there. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So open that chest thing, and you should be able to take it out.
Strange chest.
Mm-hmm. It's a mimic.
Do we still need this high fashion clothing?
I mean, that's a personal decision.
Okay. I'm encumbered, so...
Sounds like you don't need it. Yeah, that's what I say. Just like if y'all want to take a second here to look through your bag and throw off. I mean, this vault thing, you should be able to put stuff in to hold. And if you want to sell anything, we could do that real quick. Otherwise, good to head out.
So what do I need to feed my new friend?
Well, I think he ate. What did y'all feed him? Y'all fed him something at one point.
People we killed.
Yeah, it was like dead folks. I was just trying to think. Oh, wasn't it those dudes in the desert or something? I can't remember.
Yep.
Yeah. But like he
I'm
will
pretty
eat.
Sure that's the last time he ate.
Yeah, he'll eat like pretty much anything.
Okay.
He likes meat.
I don't think anybody tried to like communicate with it though, other than like, you know, the friend kind of thing, and they threw him some food to begin with to gain the trust. But they found that he was real little, and he hasn't really eaten but once or twice, so you have to keep
Maybe
that.
He's still little because y'all don't feed him.
I was just say he might get a little out of hand.
Yeah, I will. How much is food? Because apparently now I have to feed him.
And just go find a homeless person.
Wow.
Yeah, just,
Wow.
You know, we'll kill our enemies.
Wow. Yeah, enemies. Yes, they're better.
Yeah, I gotta log off at 10. If y'all have forgotten to feed him so far.
It's alright. We'll make sure he eats you. I mean, eats something.
Wow.
Hey, can I buy some caltrops and rounds for my dueling pistol here?
Yes, of course.
Let me just get 10 of each.
Well, okay.
that scattered gun. How much would I get for it?
Let's see.
Oh. Oh, price 10.
Alright, caltrops. And you said what kind of pistol rounds?
Dueling pistol.
I don't think it's supposed to matter.
I've already got some in the inventory
I
if you
see it,
want to
yeah.
click those up and take the money.
I will do. You had 10 already?
I had 8.
Okay.
How
So
much
it drops
are
10.
bullets? I can't remember.
If you got ass, you can't afford no.
They're like 1 silver a piece.
Ah. So the conversion ratio is 10 silver to a gold, or is it 100?
I believe it's wait, 10 silver. No, 100. I believe.
Actually, shit. Well, that's fine that they're already there. I just saw I had another 15 in my bag of holding. That's fine. I'm set for a while.
Each bullet's 1 silver, and I thought I had 100 bullets.
You need some too?
Yeah.
Alright. Let's see, what kind are yours? Just for your... I think you've been shooting sling bullets.
That's because we did not have like a.
Yeah. Well, and I don't, like I say, I don't think it's supposed to matter. How many did you want?
I lost 1 gold and I bought 100.
Oh, okay. I got you. I see you. Alright, feeling good then? Everybody straight?
Yeah.
Well, you exit out into the lovely streets of the Ferris Quarter here. Where are we at? Alkenstar. And let's see.
Not to hold things up, I'd like to buy 20 rounds of ammunition, but I'll just take the money off and add them. Don't have to. Don't have to
Okay,
do anything.
go ahead. Yeah. I'm watching though. You cheeky bastard. Alright, so you guys step out into the city here, and you know, it's kind of your typical noises out in the street, right? It's Alkenstar, so nothing too crazy.
Somebody just got shot by a horse.
Or shot their horse, perhaps. Of course, you guys are right here at the Barrel and Bullet. You, knowing your way around Alkenstar, know that the Glutted Golem is over here, right by the, right by where the forge, the river drops its elevation right here, and they got a little like hydro forge set up. So at this little juncture of the road is where you find the Glutted Golem. You guys make your way over there, and this is a place where you don't mind coming, because the aroma of seared beef and fish and stew mixes with like sweet cigar smoke, and it's just like the ultimate, you know, kind of kickback lounging area. A lot of heists end over here in this area. As you make your way inside, there are just several dozen tables all around a circular bar in the middle of the place. It's a large open room. There's no, like, you know, secret little, you know, partitions or anything like that. You do notice that the back of this restaurant, the balcony of it, is overlooking the river. So there's a lot of people out there, you know, sitting amongst the kind of low roar of the hydro forge. As you step through, no one really takes too much of an interest to you, but a seemingly helpful hostess here asks you all if you would like a table if you're sitting at the bar.
Table,
Right.
please.
The table in the dark corner.
All right, so you make your way through, and you notice that this place is quite full. It seems to be a good crowd. You know, a lot of nefarious folks that you recognize or have seen in your, you know, outlawing days across Alkenstar. As you make your way to the table and sit down, another waitress comes up to you and asks you, you know, what we have to drink.
We'll have whiskey, please.
What's whiskey? No, whiskey exists. I'm just kidding. All right. And do you order that for everybody?
Yes.
All
Yeah.
right. So she.
Ask for a bottle.
All right. So she turns and leaves and goes back to the bar, and you guys all kind of watch her as you're, you know, surveying the crowd as well. And you see that she goes and gives your order to a slightly dapper-looking Etten behind the bar, who is polishing a glass as she speaks to him. She, you know, gets this bottle from him, comes back with several glasses, and tells you that she'll, you know, come check on you in just a little bit. Now you're sitting here at this table with glasses and a bottle. What do you guys want to do from here?
I open the bottle and take a swig. Not even in the glass.
Okay, every member of your party looks at you a little awkwardly.
I'm not having any now.
Yeah, I'm not thirsty anymore.
More for me.
I'm a little bit disturbed by the way he shoved the entire neck of the bottle down his throat.
What a dick.
I want to do a perception check of the room
Okay.
to see if I can discreetly look to see if there's anybody paying more attention to us than they should be.
Okay, sure. You survey this place hastily but thoroughly, and you, even through all of, you know, your learned knowledge of roguery and gunslingery, you don't notice anyone paying particular attention to you. A lot of the folks here seem to have, you know, their own bodyguards. Groups of mercenaries seem to frequent this place. And again, seemingly people out of place who have, you know, come upon a windfall and have come to experience a bit of finery, as it were. But no one Aragorning you across the room. So, as you all sit here staring at one another, what would you like to do?
We gotta make contact with that Etten. Is that correct?
That seems to be the person that you were told that Aiton's friend is a two-headed Etten, and this Etten is in fact two-headed.
I pull out a dagger and challenge Krillin to a game of five-finger fillet.
Krillin, how will you respond to this?
I stay silent. I'm so sour for being left behind.
Damn, I'm just trying to include you in something.
You said 5-finger fillet?
Krillin slowly lifts up his shirt and shows you where Vemgard stabbed his lungs.
I mean, I did throw myself across your body a couple of days ago to absorb the blows that the Cyclops was going to finish you off with, but, you know, fuck me, right?
He did save you. That's true, in a way.
You were dying too for like a couple rounds.
You seem to have some interest from your newest party member, though. Hideki seems to want to take up your challenge.
Care to put some money on it?
I'd rather not put money between companions. But you're going down.
That was the last vice we haven't introduced. Gambling.
Well, I pipe up to let's make this a threesome. I'll put 5 gold down.
I plunked 20 down on the table.
I'll ante up. I'll put 5 down.
Well, I'll match the 20. You're 15 short now.
Fine, I'll go to 20. This is a bad idea.
I'm in for 20.
Do
Well,
we have to roll for it?
yeah, it seems like it, since we don't have a way to actually put our hands down on the table and use a knife.
So what do you think? We roll initiative for turn order and then roll what, acrobatics for the skill check?
So, how familiar are you guys with this? What if you do it like wargaming rolls? You roll a d6 and like 3 or higher is good, and 3 or lower you stab your finger.
Oh, how about
All
this?
right.
And you gotta-
roll
Yeah.
a D10. Evens is actual finger, and that would be like 1, 2, 3, 4,
That's
5.
fair.
We'll start at a thumb,
Yeah.
and then odds are you miss.
Okay. Do you got to do it? What?
Got it.
1, 2, 3, 4 times at least.
Or
Roll them all
odds in a
at, you want to
row.
roll them all at once, or you want to roll them consecutively?
So up to y'all.
I say one person at a time because that'll get messy in the chat.
Well,
So we're-
he means like 4.
Like all 4 of them.
I think isn't that what you meant? Like 4d10.
Yeah.
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 You
So
could
we're
probably do that.
doing 40-10, and whoever doesn't hit their finger wins.
So
Well,
I
we
would
should-
say,
we
yeah,
should-
Or
Who-
whoever hits
time.
the least amount of
the
fingers.
least fingers, yeah.
Or you do it one at a time, and whoever hits their finger on
Okay,
their
but-
of the rolls is out.
Well, but let's say it clear one time. So evens are fingers and odds are not. Is that what we said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Evens, I'm writing it down. All right, wait. Say that again. What you just said, Saren.
Well, I think everyone should roll 4, but roll them one at a time, so you know which attempt hit your finger, right? So if you made
That's fair.
the first one was good, second one was good, third one hits.
That feels better to me too.
Yeah, everyone rolls 1 dice at a time then.
Or one person rolls 4 d10s, but one at a time.
Yeah. Instead of doing 4d10, just d10, 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 d10.
Yeah.
All right. So who goes first?
Well, I think Drez started this.
Fair enough. Ouch.
So it's
The
evens or
pointer,
fingers?
Ouch.
your pinky.
It occurs to me that this takes all the skill out of the game, though.
What kind of hustle is this? Ouch.
I will say, no.
See, where Drez grew up, the goal was to hit every single finger.
Ouch.
That he does.
Boom, I win.
All right. So you hand a bloody dagger to.
Wait, I want to say roll an intimidation to see how straight your face is when it happens.
I'm gonna pass it over to Saren now.
All right. Let's see if you fare any better.
All right, here's hoping for the odds.
I do kind of feel like we should have done something that had a skill check on it.
I said, let's just do acrobatics, but no.
Hey.
I mean, I was fine with that.
Instead, y'all are all like, I want to only have one hand.
All right. So fares better, less blood, but still bloody. Who are you handing it to?
Well, I'm gonna hand it off to Gurn here.
Okay.
it is. There it is.
Come on, Gurn.
Glass breaks on the other side of the saloon and distracts you. But you come away with the most fingers intact so far and hand it to Hideki.
Oh, we're tied, right?
Yeah, 50-50.
You got 3 on just then, did you not?
No, I was 2 for 2.
Nope.
Oh, the last one. Yeah, I didn't see
What's
that.
gonna happen next is we're gonna get into a fight and y'all are all injured.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm already done half that bottle of whiskey.
Should roll a disadvantage then.
That's fair. Oh, did you get on this too, Vemgard? I didn't know.
No,
Oh,
I was
didn't
drinking.
think that.
Oh, he does.
I only have 6 silver.
I think I won.
Yes, after watching all of you mutilate yourselves, young Hideki takes the prize.
So what? That's 80 gold.
What's that?
Well,
You would-
60 because you
you had-
had the 20 you started
You're
with.
20.
Gotcha. Well, I took it out of my inventory because figured it was already lost.
You want us to remove the 20, or are you gonna deal with it?
You guys can.
I already
We'll
did
do
mine.
honor system. That's not a huge amount. I'm watching. All right, so your waitress comes back over just at this moment and notices quite a bit of blood on the table and asks you very timidly, "Is everything all right?"
I asked her if she wants to play 5-finger fillet.
She glances at the pistol at her side.
I let out a big
Oh, she wants
bourbon.
to play Russian roulette.
Wait, hold up. Important question. Is that pistol a revolver or a one barrel?
It is a revolver. However, she's not aware of what a Russian is. But she asks you all if you would like, some napkins.
I let out a huge burp and asked for another bottle because I guess they don't want to take from the bottle.
Okay.
And then I asked if, because she went and talked to the Cyclops.
Ed.
I want Eden, and I want to ask her if she can bring the Eden over here. We would like to talk to him.
So you ordered another bottle, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. So she says she'll see what she can do, and she heads back over, and you see her lean over in his ear. He looks over at you guys, and you see him hand her a bottle. She comes back over, and she says, he'd be glad to talk to you, but you're gonna have to come over to the bar because he's running the bar right now. And she further tells you that that's Gurn, the head person around here, runs this place. And she's kind of speaking to you in a tone. You get the sense that she's a little nervous. You're like trying to complain about her. However, she sets the bottle down and, she's trying to be extra nice and flirty. Asks you guys, is there anything else right now?
I
Well,
flip her a gold piece.
Me too.
All right.
We just start pelting her with gold. She's not expecting it.
I guess you don't know what we're talking about, but in Canada, at the strip joints, they get on the stage and you get to throw loonies at them.
Nice.
Reminds me of-
Yep.
How the fuck? Okay, hold on. Time out. How the fuck does that work?
She lays spread eagle and she licks a loony from her pocket and puts it on her clit and it sits there.
And do they
everyone-
sweep them up at the end?
Oh, they have a
normally
magnet.
magnet on a string and they walk around the stage.
Shut the
picking them
fuck
up.
up. They got a magnet on a I heard everything, man. That's
If you knock the
amazing.
loony off her clit, then you get a free poster of her.
Just gonna remind everybody there's a minor in chat.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
You
Canadian
didn't.
strip clubs are fun when you're older, man.
Find worse shit on the internet.
You didn't hear any of that. I'm good. I censored it. Bleep. Okay, sorry. That totally threw me off, man. Where are we at? We're in the club. No loonies are flying.
Drez,
So.
for a gold, make her feel comfortable.
Well, and you notice that Germ and Gur, kind of, he catches y'all's glance, and he notions to you to, come over, kind of, if you'd like.
I make my way to the bar.
All right. Well, he, sees you doing that and steps over and says, how are you doing? And it's weird, right? It's this like syncopated speech where one head is talking and then another. But he asks you, how are you doing? What can I do for you? What's going on?
Does anybody remember what we were supposed to ask this guy?
Not like I do.
I don't finding.
Well, who are you chasing? Who sent
well-
you here? You could start by saying, you General Aiton sent you here, and that you guys are on the trail of Loveless, and anything weird happening lately? That kind of a thing.
I lean in and I tell him that in low voice in case they're unfriendly
Okay.
neighbors around.
So, well, you do have a choice here, right? You're speaking to him, but now you're into, this is the person you're supposed to speak to. So, when you're talking to him, you could, make something up. You could deceive him. You could try to appeal to him, right? Diplomatically. You could attempt to do your best, Drez, and just scare him intimidatingly. Or you could abandon speaking to him altogether and just go speak to the crowd, right? And see if your societal skills will fare better than just questioning this dude. So, at the moment, you're kind of about to speak to him.
I'd just like to casually ask him what he thinks about all the shield marshals and Loveless being involved in the goings-on around here.
Okay, so let me see a diplomacy check to see if he's receptive to that question.
Alright, solid skill check for me. -1.
He kind of balks at the mention of Loveless and all that, and you can tell that just like the waitress, he thought this was about to be some kind of like complaint or suggestion about the restaurant, and so you see both of the heads kind of furrow their brows and just shake their head, kind of no, and they look back across. So Saren and Drez, have anybody else walked up with them that wants to?
I will.
I stumble up there.
Before we try
Sure.
anything else, can I do a recall knowledge with Underworld lore to see if I recognize that this guy is perhaps if he moves in any of the same criminal circles that I have contacts with?
Sure.
Oh, that's a smart play.
So you don't recognize anything straight away, about him or him himself. You do notice, rather obviously, because you knew this before from Aiton, that he bears the markings of the Ravage Raiders. So he was, obviously what Aiton told you was true. He was a member of that elite, in a way, kind of fighting force. Other than that, you don't see any, gang markings or anything like that that would indicate that you had some common connection.
All right. I'd like to just try diplomacy on him by mentioning that Aiton did send us and said that he might be able to supply us with some information.
All right, let's see it. So, at the mention of Aiton, his demeanor really changes. And he kind of looks around, you know, both heads, like look in opposite directions, right, to check all around him here. And he leans in a little bit closer, and he kind of starts talking in a more whispered tone. And now the speech is less syncopated. It's more one head speaking to you at a time. Almost like this is a tact he uses, you know, when he's kind of being really serious. And he seems to be scared by what he's telling you. But he goes on to explain that dozens of people have gone missing around Alken Falls recently. That's the area, you know, right here where the Hydro Forge is. Most of the disappearances have been near the river at night, and he's kind of losing a little bit of his later in the day business. He tells you that a lot of his patrons, maybe because of this, have been acting a little strange or a little on the edge. He tells you that you would probably benefit from just kind of asking around, and now that, you know, people have seen y'all talking to Germ and Gurn here, they're probably going to be a little more receptive to you.
Alright, I thank him for his help. And I would like to maybe ask some of the bar patrons about these disappearances.
So, you look around and describe the type of patron you're going to go for as far as questioning.
I look for people who look like they work in the area, spend a lot of time here, probably live close to where they work, know the area best.
Alright, you see a stoic-looking dwarf sitting by himself at the bar, and he seems to have, you know, a fair bit of soot, characteristic of folks you've seen near the Ironside quarter. Beyond that, you see a young lady, humanoid at least in appearance, sitting at a table alone, sipping on a rather large beverage, and she's wearing a uniform you recognize as, you know, one of the local shops here in the Ferris Quarter.
Alright, I'd like to talk to the dwarf first.
Okay, so you approach her and say what?
I'm going to tell her the next round is on me.
Alright. Let me see a diplomacy check to see if she's receptive to that. She rolls her eyes and tells you that she will take your money, but she doesn't. That doesn't mean she has to listen to your drivel. And she kind of turns a little bit to the side.
Can I take this opportunity to, so I'm still with German Gurn, use a skill feat for what I've never used?
Yes.
And I'm going to use criminal connections.
Alright.
I'd just like to ask him if he can point me in the direction or arrange a meeting with one of the people in this bar that he thinks could help us out further. Gives me a +2 society check to...
so let me see your society check there.
And you just have to determine the DC yourself.
I'm with you.
Give me 1 second, I'm adding a circumstance bonus. I think I fucked it up still. Ooh, there we go.
Yeah, you only added 1, but I think I can do that math. So Germ and Gurr explain to you that, you know, while they do not participate in the underworld, as it were, they can't help but be surrounded by it, especially here in Alkenstar. And recently, a bounty hunter told Germ that she was hired to kidnap a local engineer. Thiever's Chalm is her name. And apparently it was because this engineer owed money to some bad people. 2 nights ago, which would have been just about the time y'all were leaving from the gunworks, this bounty hunter chased Thievers into Dead Man's Alley. But all of a sudden, a cloud of smog filled the area, and some sort of phantom within the smoke appeared. She heard a gunshot, and when the smog cleared, the engineer was gone. He said that he had seen, you know, many bounty hunters, and not one of them before this had looked so, you know, just gaunt and like frightened by an experience. And it really stuck out to him. He tells you, you know, besides that, he's tries to be an upstanding, you know, businessman here, so he doesn't have any connections for you. He does, you know, obviously Dead Man's Alley is a place known to you guys, so he you know, has given you that location.
Okay. I say thank you, and
All right, so you're back with this girl. I think Gurn and Krillin, you guys are still at the table. Hideki and Saren, you guys are still standing there with Germ and Gurr. Before I give Drez the opportunity to continue his conversation, does anybody else want to jump in and do or try something here in the restaurant, saloon area?
I'm good.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Alright, so Drez, you want to continue talking to this girl or try somebody else?
I'm going to try her just one more time. Just going to say I'm not looking to interrupt your evening. I'm just looking for some information. And I'll buy you another round if you can help me.
This time, you are much more successful, and somehow you have broken the ice. She doesn't quite give you her name, but she asks you what your business is here.
I tell her that I heard that there were some strange disappearances in the area. That I don't come out and say it, but I imply that I might be associated with local law enforcement, and I am looking into these disappearances.
The corrupt local law enforcement? I got you. Okay, so do you want to like try to genuinely convince her of this, or scare her with this, or just straight lie to her?
I'd say since I'm claiming to be with local law enforcement, I'd probably be deceiving her.
Sure. So let me see deception. So she tells you, she leans into you and she tells you it's worse than that. She heard that last night, Emilet the alchemist, leader of the incredible Emilet's traveling medicine show, went missing. A group of local mercenaries was hired to investigate this morning, but they never turned up much. And she shows you, you know, the location where all this, where they were looking last for this missing engineer.
I ask her if she knows anything about an alchemist or an engineer.
Oh, the
missing
alchemist.
person.
Sorry.
Ask-
The engineer is the one who went missing from the bounty hunter, and the alchemist is the one she's talking about.
I asked her if she knows anything about the alchemist, if they had any enemies, if anyone would have any reason to disappear them.
Well, she freely tells you that she doesn't know much about it other than, you know, she's heard of the traveling medicine show, and it's you know, peculiar, along with, you know, dozens of people going missing around the falls that, you know, some of them seem to be not nobodies, right? Some of them seem to be known people, known quantities.
And was there a name of this location she gave me?
Well, it's just, yeah, it's just right around here, around the restaurant. Yeah.
General area. Okay.
Yeah.
I thank her and pay for her next round.
She is now sitting here with 3 beers in front of her. No. She tells you to make sure German Gurn know it's on you, and nods.
I do so.
So, having worked this crowd a little bit, are you guys satisfied, or does anybody else want to speak to any other patron and or the bartender?
Well, someone other than me should talk to that dwarf, I guess.
Well, I gotta jump.
Alright, have a good one.
See you, man. I'll see you tomorrow.
Alright, I go talk to the waitress.
Okay. You go and find her, and she's kind of surprised that you've come in. She says, "Oh, what's wrong?"
I say that she was doing a wonderful service and serving us because she thought we were going to complain about her. And I asked her if she was like, no, I'm sorry, I can't do it. Ask her if she'd like a tip.
Oh my gosh.
The tip.
Just do it. I want to know.
Do it, yeah. The young one's gone now. This is when you can do it.
Yeah. I asked her if she would like a tip. And
I see where this is going.
Okay. She says yes. She does want a tip.
We're gonna get kicked out, aren't we?
Hey, it's 18 plus now. But I first asked.
This is what happens when you don't have Baldur's Gate to play.
What, you guys want to fuck a owl bear?
First of all, it's a bear, not an owl bear.
Oh, sorry, just the bear. Sorry,
Dude, I can't get over. I don't know if y'all saw this. I can't get over, man. I laughed so hard. This dude on YouTube had a line. He was like, "Larian Studios' latest dating simulator, Baldur's Gate 3." It just cracked me up. All right, but so yes, she tells you that she wants they work for tips here, 100%. Give it up.
I first asked her on her ways home from here every night, is there any strange things happening? I realized I should ask something before I fuck this all over.
All right. Well, so do you want to flavor that any kind of way? Like, do you want to like be like intimidating or anything like that, or you just want to ask her straight up?
I'm asking her sweet talking, like I'm diplomacy, kind of putting my hand down her back a little bit.
Yeah. She tells you that, well, you know, she's heard about all the goings on with people going missing, but she's heard that because of all this, there's been you know, reports of other incidents that have come her way. She's heard about an alchemist named Lyles Cogsmith who was attacked by some sort of monster, and then he holed up in Helltide, and German Gurn kind of walk over and they lean in and they kind of tell you that you know, this kidnapping was especially egregious because this alchemist was really renowned. He had a successful shop here in the Ferris Quarter, and he seems to think that the shield marshals somehow were involved with this, and he is very reluctant to, like, you know, say this out loud. He's speaking in like really hushed tones. He seems to not want to like go any further about that, but they have pointed out on your map the location here in Helltide where Lyles Cogsmith is supposed to be taking up residence.
Okay. And then I softly tell the waitress that she has the strength of an orc woman, and ask her if she would like to have that tip now out back.
Okay. Roll diplomacy.
Oh my god.
She looks at you very sour and tells you that she's not quite sure what you're talking about, but she's at work, and she starts to walk away from you.
Yeah.
You let her walk away?
I grab her hand and say, "What about after your shift?" and give her a seductive wink.
Jesus Christ.
Alright, roll diplomacy. Oof. So she slaps the shit out of you. Okay. And says, "Unhand me."
Alright, I put my head down and walk away.
As you should. So who's nearest to German Gurn, Outlaws? So Saren still is, right? And Hideki, Vemgard, what you were talking to the waitress. So who was German Gurn? Go over to you guys, Saren and Hideki, and they tell you that if you're thinking about investigating all these, you know, missing people, they want to help you, and they slide across the bar to you 2 moderate healing potions. So he's giving you guys 1 apiece. Do you grab Hideki's?
Yeah, I'll take Hideki's and put her in my bag of holding.
Alright, so I'll drop that in your bag here. You realize that since he's done this for you guys, you have gathered all the XP, all the clues that you probably need, and for doing so, you will gain 60 XP. So if you can open your sheet, you can do it now, or just remember when we open it back up. And so I believe that should be 60 straight into level 9. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh right, I gotta update my level 9 stuff on remote. Forgot.
Well, you didn't get any XP for dying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Still
you're
awake.
still level 8. Yeah.
You got the XP bump after you died.
They leveled up over your body.
I'm just surprised none of us let it slip to you that you didn't die.
Logan was at a party at my house on Thursday. He lied to my face, and I believe him.
Actually, no. I told the exact same story. The only thing I left out was no. I said I used my 2 hero points, but I never said I saved the last one. That's all I missed out. Exactly details of what actually happened. So, telling the truth, I just leave it out.
When I was talking to you about that.
No, I had 1 beer at your place.
Oh, I said I was.
Oh, yeah, you were. You and Adrian.
Alright, so let's see. I'm writing this down for you guys. So you guys just got 3 clues here to follow up on. None of them directly kind of followed Loveless, right? None of them mentioned Loveless, at least. Let's see here. Hold on. Rip. That wasn't correct.
Well, I only have 1 written down, but we can go to Dead Man's Alley to see what happened with the bounty hunter.
So,
You can see what happened with the kidnapping and head up.
that's correct. Yeah, give me just a moment. I got a journal entry here for you. But that's right. Keep going. I'll tell you if you're right. Let's see here.
Dead Man's Hill. That's what it was.
I feel like maybe I feel like they should have had they should pay me to make these modules, bro. I feel like there should have been a journal entry, like with the clues, like once you find them out. I don't know. Am I asking too much? So I'll tell you a story while I'm doing this. I don't usually have my library aged shelf books because it leads to, you know, mistakes. And shelving books just sucks. I hate it. It's the worst thing that I do. So I had this one student, she was like, let me shelve some books. I was like, okay. So I was like, alright, I need to shift these, right? And like, she did it for, I don't know, 30 minutes or so, and she was like, Mr. Hampton, I'm not gonna lie to you, this sucks. And I don't like that. I was like, I know, it's fine, go on, thank you. Alright, so configure ownership. Everybody should be able to see this journal entry now.
Oh, yeah.
I'll make it pop up on you. There it goes. So those are the clues. Oh, sorry. I should alter this so you don't see that it says that about Shoma.
Shoma's dead?
Y'all killed him.
Who the fuck is Shoma
The
again?
guy y'all killed like in the very beginning in the apartment.
Oh.
When you went to Hellside, remember? The guy chased y'all down the ladders, the little alien guy. Then y'all went in the apartment, and then y'all found the dude in his crazy lab and the clockwork thing, and y'all just fucking murdered the shit out of him.
Yeah, that was the end of book 1.
That sounds like us.
Right. And didn't, like, even entertain leaving him alive at all. Smart.
Well, I think we should probably do the bottom one first and go and see if we can find this Lyle's Cogsmith in Hellside.
Agreed. He's at least presumably alive and can tell us actual information.
And that Emmett, the alchemist, was the same guy that bounty hunter lost, was it not?
No.
Oh no, that was a different one.
So the engineer, and that's what when I was talking to the engineer, was being chased by a bounty hunter and then got poofed up by some kind of smog phantom, and then the alchemist guy just went missing, and then some mercenaries were sent to look for him. So you guys were told, so for the first one, you guys know where that alley is. That's like a known location in Ferris Quarter. For the second one, you guys were told, like shown like on your map, where the mercenaries last looked, where they, you know, where he went missing at is essentially where they looked, and they didn't find anything. But you were shown where that was, so you could look for yourself. And then you realized just a moment ago that the place in Hellside you were shown is the exact same place where you confronted Shoma Lazarius some time ago.
Well, before we leave, I'd like to ask Gurn and what's her, not Gurn, German, whatever.
I know, right?
Lyle Cogsmith happens to be either an alchemist, an engineer, or someone that or has something to do
Oh,
with
so
weapons.
yeah, Cogsmith is an alchemist for sure.
So someone seems to be picking up alchemists and engineers.
Two alchemists and an engineer. Yeah, which is the same kind of makeup that the gunworks had, if you recall, right? There was the two towers, the Tower of Engineering and the Tower of Metallurgy.
So someone's trying to get hostages to make them pyronite, sounds like. I say that to the group.
Only Hideki hears you, because I guess everybody else is not near you.
Oh, I thought we were all.
Oh, y'all, do y'all all come back to the table now and compare notes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So everybody's you all debrief, so everyone knows. So your only matter then is to decide which clue to follow up first.
Go to Hellside.
Yeah.
And now that there's a bottle that you haven't drank out of, I'm going to pour myself a drink and slam it back before we leave.
Fair enough. All right, so having gathered all those clues, you all find yourselves endowed with a hero point. Not just because it's 10:15, only because you found the clues. And you guys want to take a little, I need to run here and get me something to drink. Y'all want to take a little break,
Yep.
stretch, and then we'll get into this next section.
Yeah,
I need to go
sure.
and grab a drink from my truck.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm going to prepare the next section real quick, like. I feel like I need to re-import some of this stuff, like it's not here. Cause yeah, where is this dude? Alright, yeah, so I'm gonna take a break and then I'll get this guy buttoned up when I get back. BRB. Alright. Took a little longer than I planned because I had to fix something up real quick. In the, on this next map. So, everybody back-ish? Or are we waiting on somebody?
I think Logan and Gurn are both.
That's cool.
AFK still.
I ain't in a rush.
Let's take this opportunity to smoke some 38% THC weed.
Sheesh.
It's the best part of legalization.
Right? Like, I mean, we don't have that, but we have, you know, the best thing we got going is they figured out, and it's so funny, man. Even my buddy that owns the shop, like, I don't know that he fully understands this, but like, you know, they started doing the 8, and then they started doing the 10, and then they started doing all these weirder, like, derivatives, right? Because down here we had this farm bill that essentially defined hemp as anything with 0.3 THC and content by weight, and I forget the exact ratio, but it's by weight, and that's important, right? Because a THC molecule does not weigh a lot.
Yeah.
But at some point in the last like year or so, they hit upon doing this breed that essentially has a lot of what's called THCA, which is just THC acid, which is just the precursor to all of them, and it's naturally in all you know, regular weed, if you think about it like that. And what happens is when you fire it up, that combustion turns some of that into, you know, delta 9 and all the other deltas, right? All the other THCs. So the drawback is, of course, this is supremely inefficient, right? But you've seen this before. I'm sure you have. You've experienced this. If you think back in the day when you'd make like edibles and cookies and stuff, you know how you put it in the oven first, the decarboxylation to kind of, you know, bring out all the, right? Same exact thing, right? What you're doing with that process is you're making that acidic form of THC go ahead and convert into the other forms, right? So what they figured out is, you know, you see where this is going. If I breed out some strain that's like an inordinately high number or percentage of THCA, then when you smoke it down, you know, it ain't like the real thing, but it's better than what you can get otherwise, which is jack shit. You know what I mean? Now, legal wise,
the rule a little bit.
Well, and legal wise, like, you know, there's places that have banned all this shit. It hasn't been, like, you know, thoroughly defined, and I'm 100% sure. I'm actually kind of curious because so for me, right, here's my honey pot. My buddy owns the smoke shop. I'm buying this shit at cost, dude. I'm getting it like so fucking cheap. You know what I mean? So I've been smoking it for 2-3 months. I wonder if I take a drug test, like, would I pass it? I don't think I would, because it's, you know, that's why I like it, because some delta 9 is coming through. You know what I mean? But I don't. It's got to be like a lower dose.
I will say you guys should start without me because my girlfriend's just coming and I need to help her unload her vehicle and talk.
Did y'all get unengaged, bro? What are you talking about?
No, I don't know. All I got was a text message because she was just at her parents and shopping. Is, can we talk in a bit? I need help with some stuff. So I don't know what's happening.
Well, that's not cool.
I know.
Alright. Well, yeah, take care of business, bro.
Yeah, I'll be back in like 10 minutes, so hopefully. Alright.
Well, do y'all want to proceed, or... Well, we can, right?
We'll proceed right up to the point where conflict starts, I guess.
Yeah, we can do some investigating.
You know that episode of Futurama? War were declared.
Yeah. I love they brought it back again.
Yeah, man, I need to check that out. I heard about that. I couldn't believe it.
Drugan doesn't have it, which is irritating because yeah, I want to check it out too, and he doesn't have it on his.
I feel like that ain't his cup of tea, bro. But he'd probably get it if we said something.
Like the whole first episode is them just making fun of them for making fun of the fact that they've been canceled twice and brought back twice, and no one would ever do that with a failed show.
Yeah. All right, so let's see here. There it is. So your point in coming here to Shoma is, as you see, German Gurn speculate that, or excuse me, to Lyle's here, is to Shoma's place where Lyle's is at, is that German Gurn speculate that Lyle's might have some useful information about whoever's doing, you know, whatever kidnapping around here. Alright. So, let's see here. As you approach, hold on, let me get my screen right. As you approach, put you on the boardwalk. On the boardwalk. Alright. Jesus, there's a lot of you fuckers. Alright, here we go, boys and girls. Or just boys.
Told Teo he should jump in tonight. One more person ain't gonna make a difference now.
Yeah, yeah, I saw he was chatting. He hollered at me the other day. Alright, so here we go, sorry. Without further ado. So, you guys find yourselves on a familiar boardwalk here, right? You have... What the heck? Okay. You have been here before, and again, you realized as you were preparing for this that this is a place you have been before. So, if you can't see it, the door is over here.
There we go. Didn't we leave this place ablaze last time?
Yeah, I think you did. Yeah.
They're gonna be fucking yelling at us.
Nobody can prove it was us.
At least we didn't do plan A, which was to blow it up with that big bomb.
Well, now we have another chance.
And I'm gonna move stealthy when we move to the door. I assume, Drez, you should go first.
Yeah, I'll move stealthy as well.
I'll go stealth as well.
Okay.
What's this noxious smog shit going on?
Well, as you are approaching, you notice that there is, in fact, some sort of noxious smog surrounding the, like, door area around here.
Alright, I am going to... First off, I'm going to do a perception check in this area here between us and the door to see if I can determine what the source of this noxious fog is.
You quickly surmise that this is seemingly a byproduct of hail tide. I mean, there's clouds of smog and all kinds of junk in the air, really all over the place, and you don't think much about it. Perhaps it is a yet lingering remnant of a smoldering apartment.
Alright, I'm going to move to the door, and I will check it for traps, because last time this shit was trapped all the shit.
Alright, you check this door and you find that it doesn't seem to be trapped, but it is locked.
Deal with that.
You find that there's a simple lock on this door, but somehow you fumble it and it does not come open. You come back again with gusto.
I kind of push him out of the way and give it a shot.
Oh, that was Saren. Okay, yeah. Saren comes in and upstages you and unlocks this door.
Alright, well, I step back a little bit and let Saren go first.
No, we'll back up and let Vemgard go first.
Vemgard and Hideki go first. Come along, meat shields.
Oh, I forgot Vemgard's not here either.
He's getting in trouble.
Alright, so Vemgard opens the door.
Yep.
Okay. As the door comes open, you see a pile of, rubble kind of stacked behind it, seemingly to prevent it from opening. But Vemgard, he's not known for his subtlety. He just kind of brute force pushes the door up in there. And seemingly there's nothing there.
Alright, he steps back out of the way for a second so I can step in there and survey for traps.
Okay, go for it. Alright, so you look down the hallway and don't find anything out of the ordinary. It looks exactly like you remember it when you guys last left, except less on fire.
I just warn everyone that this is where the crossbow on the wall thing was down here last time.
Just as you
So
finish
what's the
saying
left
that,
part?
thwack! No, I'm kidding.
I guess Vemgard walks down the hall.
And Vemgard walked down the hall. Doors, fans. How far down the hall? All the way?
Just to that
Through
next
there.
door.
I guess we'll all start coming behind him.
Okay. As he steps around or into this room, he keeps walking, but he is startled about halfway through to find there is a somewhat dejected looking little Ifrit man here, crying to himself. He does not seem to take notice to your intrusion. He starts to mutter, though, just make it quick. Just make it quick. And you let's just pretend Hideki is in here, because I don't want to have to fuck with moving two of them.
No, I'm good. I'm back.
Okay.
Just got back.
Then
Wasn't
we'll
this guy at the pub?
I'd like to ask this guy his name.
yes, this guy bears a striking resemblance to. Did you guys bring Shoma back to the pub?
We brought him back, yeah. We brought him back. He should be like he should be working the kitchen.
That's right. Y'all made him. Yeah, y'all gave him a different outcome than just letting him be in his lab and shit. Yeah. Well, so yeah, this guy bears a striking resemblance, and is in
Let him be our slave, is what it was.
and is in fact a young apprentice, if you will, or at least he was, for Shoma. But yes, he seems very dejected and apparently certain that y'all are here to kill him.
Oh, I got booted from Foundry.
I say, hey there, little guy, what's wrong? Turn that frown upside down.
Right? Do you do this in any kind of way that would necessitate skill?
I mean, it's diplomatic as fuck.
Okay, then let's see. Okay, he seems to stop kind of muttering and sobbing a moment and looks up at you, and for a moment seems to realize you are not, who he expected, and he's just kind of looking at you expectantly, like he's waiting for you to, ask him something.
Maybe when I ask him what his name is, and if he happens to be... I open the fucking thing again.
Lyle's Cogsmith.
Okay. Yeah, so he freely admits to you that he is Lyle's, and he asks you if you are here to kill him, if you are the ones who attacked him.
I tell him quite the opposite. He'd like to...
He seems to perk up at this, and his attitude shifts a little bit. And again, he's just kind of looking at you all expectantly.
Well, I just tell him that if he tells us everything he can remember about when the monster that attacked him, that we will do our best to keep him alive.
We probably won't even set this place on fire like we did the last time we were here.
Well, so he kind of goes into a 1,000-yard stare, and he tells you, well, last night I was on my way home from the bar when a cloud of smog settled all around me. I just started coughing terribly, and I saw shapes floating through the smoke. I think they were corpses. I heard deep, booming laughter, and a voice called my name. I saw a floating figure like a wraith made from smoke approaching me. Luckily, I had a few extra smoke bombs on me, so I was able to cause an explosion and escape. But the voice told me that it would be back tonight. You have to help me. And he starts kind of rubbing his temple in a, frustrated kind of a way.
Makes you think the shapes you saw were corpses.
He tells you that they were, malformed humanoid, shapes, and so he couldn't think of anything else but, rotting corpses is what they appeared to him as.
Can you think of any reason why anybody would want to hurt you or kidnap you?
He starts to shake his head, really animatedly, and he tells you, I don't know, but the voice seemed to know who I am. It told me that its master wanted to kill me, that they wanted to use my brain. What a hideous thought. And he just starts shaking his head again.
I'd like to say to the group, man, I wish I knew more about religion, because then maybe I could use that description to figure out what these creatures were. If we could figure out the information based off of the description. I just have a 0 religion, that's all.
I ask him what he knows about Pyronite.
Oh, he looks at you kind of sketchily at the mention of Pyronite, and he tells you that you know, he knows about it, but he much prefers his master's Lazarium, and he pulls out a small vial from his pocket, and you, with your previous dealings with Lazarium, you realize this small amount could cause quite a problem.
Tell him I think that's why the shapes in the fog are after him.
He just starts to shake his head and kind of speak belligerently, and all he keeps talking about is how they're coming back tonight, and you have to help him. You have to help him. They're coming back tonight. He slips the Lazarium back into his vest pocket.
Alright, do we want to hole up here and try to face whatever's coming, or do we want to try to move him?
How big is he?
Oh, I mean, medium creature.
Could we, like, use one of our creatures and disguise one of us as him and set a trap?
You certainly could. I mean, he tells you that the best plan of action is to hole up in the lab and fortify it. He said that even though it is a burned out husk of a room, he has refortified it somewhat.
I asked him if this hallway that we came down is the only entrance into the building.
He nods affirmatively.
Alright, so what I would suggest is we go and we lock the door that we just came in through. We pile up the junk that was there in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
Since it is just a narrow hallway, I'm going to drop caltrops in 2 parts of it, and then we're going to draw back and lay in wait.
Okay. He asks you if you would not want to be more secure in his laboratory. He's really pushing to go into his laboratory, or the laboratory.
Sense motive on that?
Sure.
Just a perception check.
Yeah.
Yep.
That should be the secret.
Well, so you start to believe that it would be more safe in the lab, just because as he's prattling on, he's talking about the fortified walls and how they're the thickest in the lab, and he's talking about putting up traps. And you remember from your previous encounter with Shoma how basically the whole lab was trapped up with Lazarium, and how the part in the rear was like raised and elevated, so like the floor kind of flooded with Lazarium, and it was getting set on fire. So while you're listening, you start to believe that the lab would be the move.
I definitely think that that's a good idea, but we do have a choke point right here. I mean, this is a bottleneck where we can pick people off and then fall back to the lab if we need to.
I agree with you, with the exception of it seems like Mary is narratively trying to make us go to the room.
Well, Hideki speaks up and points out that he's not sure what fortifications of any kind would be good against a creature that is apparently made of smoke and smog.
So maybe this would be a better place. Well, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, I guess.
Yeah, I'll go with the group on this
I,
one.
I mean, is there any legitimate reason why we can't do both? Why we can't take out what we can in the bottleneck and then fall back to the lab?
Oh, that's a viable option for sure. I like the idea. This is a huge choke point. This is.
Yeah, but if they're incorporeal, they could be coming through the walls.
Yeah, that's true. If they're incorporeal, I'm fucked.
Alright, so what is your group's final decision at this point? It is mid-morning, so you have several hours to either leave and go do something, or just spend the time fortifying whichever room you ultimately decide to fortify.
Where's the door to the lab?
So it's of course through this door, and then it's, you know, there's like a, if you recall, there was like a winding passage. So there's like a room underneath here.
Yeah. I don't see any other doors on the map. I didn't remember which way it was.
Right, it's this one right here.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I don't see any reason why we shouldn't, if it's possible to, you know, pick some off in this hallway, you know, be stationed where we can hit from around the room and then just run back down through this door for them too.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, sure.
I just thought I'd switch it up and try to make Mary's life easier for once, but I'm outvoted.
Alright,
Oh, no.
so, well, yeah, go ahead.
Just gonna pat down Lyles' tunic or whatever he's wearing to find his formula book, pull it out and thumb through it, see if there's anything that jumps out at me.
Well, he kind of, you know, takes issue with you manhandling him, but
Don't worry about it.
Technically, he's hobgob handling.
you don't find that he's carrying much more than the vial of Lazarium that he produced earlier, and you notice that his clothes are rather worse for the wear.
I'll just kind of slough him off, walk away.
Well, I guess I'd like to, before we leave, use based on what he said about them, I'll do a religion check to see if I know, or actually an underworld check to see if I know of anyone who's like the boss that you referred to.
Alright.
That it deals with the undead, or maybe is undead.
Right.
Let's see if we can figure out something about who's coming for us.
So you think back through all of your underworld connections, and you struggle to come up with anyone you know of that deploys, you know, this type of like incorporeal, seemingly undead type of a creature. Seems to be more the domain of you know, a realm of necromancy, more akin to you know, one of the neighbors here, Geb or Nex, right? More likely Geb.
And I tell the party just that. Point out that if we should be expecting undead, then yeah, we may want to ask Gurn if he has anything to help fight incorporeal creatures.
I'm looking now. I got something for undead, but
Alright, so any further like preparations?
Let's see. I'm going to go back up the hall here. close and lock this door.
Oh, I guess I could kill the bar.
Gonna, you know, restack all this junk that was in front of the door, so it'll kind of hinder them a little bit.
Okay. So you refortified the door.
Yep. And then I want to put caltrops right here
Okay.
and right here.
For the smog monster.
Presumably smog monster. For all we know, this could be just some kind of alchemical trickery.
Where was the other one you wanted?
Right here.
I asked. You're in halfway. I asked the guy if we can fortify the lab right now while we have a chance. Because if we're falling back, we might as well have that trap too. And
Yeah.
Say that again?
go into the lab and start trapping it so that when we do fall back, that the traps are set so that we don't hit them, but we can have traps ready there too. So he said that he can fortify that, the lab. Or is that too much for you, Mary?
I think he already told us all of that stuff, and that's the plan, is to go back there. We're just fortifying this room and moving, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants the lab. He's got already ready. He wants to go in the lab.
Oh, it's all ready to go?
He wants to go in the lab, yes. But you you can't go inside the lab and like fortify the door from the inside while you're outside it, right? So that's your only issue with that. But yeah, other than that, the lab is, you know,
ready. Okay. We should put him in the lab though. Put him, I would say, legit in a crate, and because Saren was saying disguise. Well, they put me as the disguise as him, and well, they come right at me, and
okay.
I want to use one of my.
I gotta interject. That is a stupid idea.
Okay.
6'5" orc is gonna pretend to be this guy.
Well, because I'm just saying, you don't want to put him in a separate room from you guys when you're. I have to stress again, an incorporeal threat.
Yeah.
We want to put him behind us, but not so far that we can't reach him in an instant.
Krillin, put a shackle on
In the
him
middle
when
of
you.
us.
And I would like to.
I mean, I should have just let that happen, but he would 100% die if that happens.
While it's going on, I'd like to do a seek action in the kitchen. Looking for flour.
Like baking flour.
Yeah.
Okay. Any usable ingredients have long since left these shelves. It looks like, you know, whatever eating he's been doing has been probably at the bar.
Damn it.
True bachelor life.
Well, there goes that idea. Here, if there's invisible creatures coming up, it's something we could use later to make them visible. Yeah, I got nothing else. I'm just worried we're highly unprepared for a fight against incorporeal creatures.
There are 6 of us, and Krillin's got a backup character. We're fine.
Oh yeah.
Got a backup character.
What, Broto's just going to run out next turn and be here?
Hell yeah.
So, you still have several hours before it's nighttime. Is there any other thing that you would like to do?
We'll probably need to figure out our positioning of everybody when they get here. I would say probably move our guy to like right here. And I'll stick here next to the wall to be hidden as they come in.
Are there like rafters in this place, or is it just 6-foot ceilings or 8-foot ceilings kind of thing?
Oh no, yeah, this is a very, think like, you know, Kowloon. This is like cramped.
Gotcha.
Everybody wedge themselves in a corner up near the ceiling.
I will be right in front of them because when they go, I want to use my 5th level spell.
Alright, so good with preparations then? You guys just start like waiting?
Yeah, I hide.
Okay. We'll see then.
Me as well.
If anything, I would be scouting to make sure that no one's coming. Like, I'm always on watch. So the one that gives us a +1 to perception.
So you're doing, you're scouting ahead of
Yeah.
you? Ahead in the hallway?
No, that's not the right word. So I'm not scouting, I'm patrol.
Alright. The hallway, what's it do for you?
Nothing. I'm trying to remember that explore action that gives us a +1 to initiative.
We want to point out if we're trying to lure them down into a trap, standing in the middle of the hallway, they see you immediately. Negates the whole trap part. Yeah, one off. Then when he comes around the corner, then we all just jump him.
Okay.
Then to pass the 7 hours, we start playing the game with our knives and fingers again.
Alright. Ouch. So, the hours while away, you have a hard time telling because there's not, you know, you're in an interior room here. But you feel like time is passing. Just around midnight, as a eerie full moon rises over Alkenstar, and you guys are, you know, just about bored and think that, you know, this guy's just kooky, and, you know, whatever's been haunting him is probably due to, you know, some kind of lack of enough food. Slowly but surely, this whole area right here starts to fill up with a choking smog. Not dissimilar from the smog that you experienced when you first approached the apartment. You notice, however, that this time, instead of just like passing through it like it's some industrial, you know, oh, this is a regular thing that happens, the room gets like fuller and fuller and fuller until you are all just choking with it. So,
Is it pull my bandana up over my mouth? Does that help at all?
it's just too thin to put out this noxious. Oh, I gotta turn this off a second. Hold on. So yes, everyone, and I'll get him. Do that. Okay.
Ooh.
Nice.
Did I pass? If not, I'm wearing your appointment.
Yes. Alright, so let me get Lyles here. GG rip.
Cool.
Alright, so as you all start choking back on this, you see this smog concentrate and come into a more reasonable form. At least you think you do. Everything is concealed in this smog, and you have a hard time kind of making out exactly what's going on. So let's go down the list here. So Vemgard.
Wait, can I hero point this, Mary? I didn't say it, Phil. My bad.
Sure.
Okay.
So Vemgard, you hack and cough and end up just sick in one. Drez, you also hack and cough and end up sick in one. Saren, you pull your bandana up over your mouth and avoid inhaling any noxious fumes. Gurn, you succeed, but just like your compatriots, become sick in one as well. Poor Lyle here, he just like soaks it all up, and he becomes sickened 2 and slowed 1.
Ooh.
And Krillin, you also become sick in 1 from this noxious smog as you go to beef up and inhale a bunch of it by accident. Rip. Alright, so you are obviously now in a close quarters encounter. So, roll for combat. Oh,
You
yeah.
call that smog a disease or poison?
That's for me to know and you to recall your knowledge about.
It's just the thing that if he passes fortitude saves.
Oh, your
Yeah,
enhancement there?
Yeah.
Right. I gotcha. This one is unrelenting though.
Okay.
Well, and it's not it's not one that's gonna sit on you in advance in stage.
Right. It was a long shot.
Yeah, no, I saw it. I just reread it here. I think, I think it's good. It would save you though if it was like a bad disease or something. Alright, so this combat begins. Well, do you guys have do y'all do intimidation in this game, or is that just Age of Ashes?
That's just ashes.
Okay. So this guy comes out immediately with a noxious hand that swipes up through you 3. So it hits you, Krillin, first, and then it hits, or he tries to hit Hideki. Oh my god, what's he doing? Let me target, folks. Well, no, we'll keep it. So Krillin, a 38. Oh shit, 38 is a crit against you, and then he rolled a nat 1 against Hideki, and then I was clicking and not targeting. There. How long we been using Foundry? Oh yeah, look. He's supposed to flat check, so let's do those over. Why you keep moving, bro? What'd you move for?
That wasn't me. I didn't move.
Oh. Alright, so let me do these because they're supposed to be... Everybody's concealed right now in the fog. Alright, there he goes. So he connected with you, Krillin.
Better than a crit.
Well, we don't know that the crit would have crit because it could have missed the flat check.
Yeah, there's the crit.
Alright, so... Resolving. He swipes this hand up through and catches... some of you off guard. Let's see. This is all ooh. It doesn't really have one for this, but it's his hand, so I'm gonna say it's a bludgeon. Ugh. So he becomes sickened and slowed. Man, he might not have to worry about coming back for now. Alright, so viciously attacking you guys. It now passes to the resident swordsman. What do you guys want him to do? Just attack this thing? See if he can hit it? I don't know anything about his kit
I
for
think
real.
he should attack with his rifle, but use incredible aim, and it ignores concealment.
The rifle or the at this close range, isn't there like a penalty?
Depends which gun he's got. Doesn't look like it. Oh, range increment 120. No, it's just the increment. Volley 30 feet. So yeah, his gun has a penalty within 30 feet.
What? It was like -2, 4, or what?
I think it's -2, but it adds it into Foundry when he rolls. But that errata cannon doesn't have one, so.
Quick draw, use errata cannon.
What does that fucking thing do again?
I think it's just you roll a dice to see what kind of damage it does or some shit.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah. Get him to quick draw that thing and shoot.
Let's see. Yeah, so okay, so quick draws the errata cannon. Well, he's already. I think he uses. Does he use quick draw for his sword? Because he's already. He is wearing his sword and holding. Oh, I see. He's got that with 2 hands. All right, so yeah, he will quick draw the errata cannon, and then it's a D8 to see what type of stuff it does. Let's see here. Where we at, brothers? Alright, so it's gonna do piercing damage. Alright. And then, so his incredible aim, I see it here. He just, is that an action to use that, or is it?
It's a 2-action shot. So it's 1 shot that costs 2 actions, but ignores concealment.
Okay, so this
Just
is
check
his,
the checkbox it should add it into
I see
Foundry.
it, yeah. So this is basically his 1 shot here.
Oh, and he should I don't know, does he have 1 shot, 1 kill? Oh no, they know he's there, right? Yeah, it wouldn't matter.
Oh yeah. Alright, yeah, I think we're straight with this roll. Let's see. Oh, yeah, let me. Alright, there we go. Well, and let me, we'll say y'all were all prepared, so this first round, make sure you're loaded. Alright, so what a champ. He fucking missed. by one. So I'm gonna use a hero point to make it just a hit, right? Isn't that what we do?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, so he gets a shot in with the errata cannon, piercing damage. And this thing takes 11 damage. That was a journey. Saren. Inspired by his quick draw use of the errata cannon, you all gain a hero point.
Well, I'm definitely going to shoot him. I think one shot, one kill is a little different for me, right? It just has to be my first round, yeah. We'll use one shot, one kill. Target the guy in front of me. I don't want to slow things down, but a vital shot I just got, and it says that it uses my one shot, one kill damage dice. Does that mean I could use one shot, one kill and the vital shot at the same time?
Well, I mean, generally, no. If something's doubling up, it's not going to double up. You're just going to get one of them, right? As a general rule. But what are you talking about? Is that a feat or what?
Yeah, it's when I get to this level, it's the Way of the Sniper. My advanced deed is vital shot. It says your careful shot against an unsuspecting opponent pierces an artery or organ, make a ranged strike. If the target is flat-footed, it deals an extra die of weapon damage.
So the way I'm reading that is
damage from one shot, one kill.
Yeah, which is, so what's the amount, what's your one shot, one kill damage?
Also, it just adds that damage to do the vital shot.
As a bleed.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Ooh. Really good,
but they have to be flat-footed, so that doesn't really work anymore. Sorry.
Yeah,
no, wait time, I'll just fire. Just one shot, one kill.
Just wait until Drez goes. You can make them flat-footed with anything. Most things.
Missed by 2. Alright, well. Reload, and that's 3 actions.
Alrighty, so...
Actually, okay, hero point.
Okay.
Because that's the only way I can keep my one shot, one kill. Otherwise it's gone for the whole night. Now hit best to concealment. Fuck me. Okay, that's the end of me. I'll just reload and wait till next turn.
That's fair. Alright. Now you didn't use an action to reload initially, right?
No.
Okay, yeah. Because I was saying everybody, you guys are well prepared, so you'd be loaded if you. Alright, so Drez.
If you'll make this guy right here flat-footed for me.
You assume he has feet.
Flat, floaty, tendrilled.
Alright, you stab through the smog and manage to wrangle some sort of hit here. Let's see here.
And let's enfeeble him if he is possible to be enfeebled.
So, one moment.
Man, I'm an idiot. How long have we been playing this? I always thought one shot, one kill was 2 actions. It's just 1.
Is it even a, is it a, you have to
It's-
activate it? I
It's
thought
not
it-
even an action. It's just
Yeah.
it just occurs on your first attack with
Yeah.
the first weapon you draw in combat.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, it's not an action. Right? I'm
Like
pretty
you have
sure.
to you have to check the box to make sure it's turned on for Foundry to count it, but no, it's just whatever you attack.
Yeah, because it's one of those things, right? I mean, think about it. There's no way for Foundry to know if, right? Not at least not in version 10. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you schlang-a-dang shoot this guy, and you find that some of your bullets just pass right
I-
through him.
I didn't shoot him.
Or was some of your rapier strikes just swing right through him? Excuse me. And he takes 9 damage from your strike. And then you enfeebled him.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything that prevents that from occurring. Oh wait, I think yes. I think the fact that let's see, hold on a second. Let's make sure. Yes, so no, you cannot enfeeble him because he does not have a body to enfeeble.
Can the movement speed penalty apply to him?
Yeah, that can.
Let's do that instead.
Effective. Does that make sense though? He's incorporeal.
Yeah, like he's not. He doesn't technically contain any strength because he's just floating
Right.
gas. He's just a wet fart.
Yes.
All right. Well, second attack was completely pointless. Let's see what third attack does. I succeeded in critically missing.
Nice. Nothing happens. Let's see here. So fix this. Alright, so it passes to you, Vemgard.
And I yell out to Vemgard, grab this dude and take him to the lab.
Okay, I grab him. Can I pull him towards the lab? Mary?
Okay. Who are you grabbing? This guy?
Uh,
okay, Lyle?
The Lyle, yeah.
Okay. Well, he's not like willingly letting you, so you're gonna have to let me see that athletics.
Yeah.
He's kind of puny though. I don't think you have trouble. All right, so you grab him by how? How do you grab him?
I grab him by the shirt. Kind of lift him up a bit.
Okay, you grab him by his shirt and tug him along?
Yep.
Okay, so I give you moving half speed
Yep.
with him in tow. So where are you trying to go?
Trying to go backwards. So 5, 10, 20. That would be 40. 50 would be right into the
and at half speed.
door. Yeah, that's all half speed, 2 movement actions.
Gotcha.
Alright,
This
so
asshole, he's spent the last 7 hours trying to make us go in that room, and now he won't.
he he's not standing on the stove here, but he's kinda right in between Krillin and this stove right
Yeah.
here.
My last action is to open the door.
Okay.
So we didn't prep to open the door to run.
As you open the door, you get a distinct scent of this noxious smog. It hits you right in the nostrils. And that's it for you, right?
Yeah.
Krillin. Back from the dead.
Okay, I'm gonna spend an action to retch to get rid of my my sickness 1.
Okay.
What kind of roll is that?
It's
okay.
not.
Oh, okay. Okay, and then I'm gonna go into my whatever stance that was called, Tangled Forest stance.
Alright. Tangled Forest.
Okay. And I have one more action. Do you need to do anything, guys, or should I just attack? Or trip?
I'd say, yeah, attack or trip. Probably
Say-
give them some cover to get into the lab, and then we follow after.
I doubt you'll be able to trip a incorporeal ghost.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, I
would-
mean,
I would try.
our weapons are enchanted, so maybe they will. Worth a try, I guess.
I guess we'd have to do a check to see what we know. But yeah, worth a try. I would.
Okay, so then I'm gonna do a... Where's my double trip here? What's it called? Sorry, I'm trying to look for it. Where's that? Not... Kill, general, bonus... Staff sweep, yes. So I'm gonna do a staff sweep on these two enemies, Mary, from where I'm standing,
Alright.
and go trip.
Are you doing them both in like a flurry, or it just does both of them?
I can do both of them as long as I can reach.
Okay, you want to do the other one?
Okay. Is it just? I thought it was just one roll. You sweep your foes away with your staff. Roll an athletics check to shove or trip, and compare the result to the appropriate DCs of up to 2 foes. So I think it's just one roll for both.
Okay. So you sweep through, and their like legs, if you will, just completely detach from their bodies because they are made out of smog.
Oh, all right. Now we know.
Does anybody have a vacuum cleaner?
Put them in our bag of holding. Just run through them with our bag of holding open.
You think the mimic could inhale them both?
Maybe.
How could you chew them? You could inhale them.
Yeah, just
It's like
inhale
a big-
deeply,
big-
hold them in your lungs.
Big giant bong rip.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm done, Mary. That's
Okay. Yeah, I figured. So this little ghosty, he swipes down on you guys, but he is only able to reach 2 of you.
I'd ask, did you name them?
I think Drez identified them.
Their name in the actual module is Wet Fart.
I mean, Drez identified them, dude, so that's what they're...
I love it.
That's what you guys identified them as.
Oh, gotcha.
I guess until you refine that, that's what they're being called, yeah. I mean, they weren't named, and he said something about it being a wet fart, so that's what it's... Alright, well, wet fart or not, you just got sharded on. And yeah.
Is that Hideki again?
No.
Oh, good. Whew.
So that's from the top, and this hit catches you completely off guard, knocking you prone. The hand comes down here and smacks Hideki. with a map. He misses, but he doesn't relent. However, apparently just standing still with your with a blank expression on your face is the move, and he goes without damage. This guy is grabbed by the shirt by Vemgard, so he can't do much, but he does have a, it looks like he's holding Lazerium, of course, an acid flask, a Tanglefoot bag, bottled lightning.
The lightning.
Yeah, I yell at him, throw that bottle of lightning now or else.
Alright, who you want to throw him at? This one right here next to him?
Yeah.
Alright, he uncorks it and chucks it. Let's see here. Well, that didn't work, did it? Oof. Apparently this one was expired. But it doesn't matter because he clinked it on the floor right in front of him anyway. He has another one. You want him to try again?
May as well.
What else did you say he has?
A Tanglefoot bag and an acid flask.
The bag will do nothing.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine the acid flask would do all that much of these things either.
Yeah, I think the electricity is our best bet. Right?
So he.
Force, anything with force damage would be perfect.
Can I tell him to run to the labs? I'll be right behind him.
Yeah, you could tell him that.
Just because then I don't have to move past speed with him and, well, make it a little more faster for me, but I know he has only 2 actions because he's slowed.
Right. Well, I mean, you would need to like convince him of that is the only problem, and so you you would need to check.
I'll do that on my turn then.
Yeah, you could like. Yeah, you
or
have
you can even just roll a 50-50 to see what you think he'd do, right?
Well, I mean, right now he might just try to book it and get the hell out of here, right?
So that mean, yeah.
Because you guys are manhandling him, yeah. Or he might do, yeah, I see what you're saying, yeah.
He might just run through this guy to the fucking door.
Well, I mean, y'all tell me what you want him to do. You want him to throw the thing, or do you want to see what he would try to do on his own by a random roll?
I say have him throw the thing.
Everybody good about that?
Yeah, throw it.
Yeah.
Chug it.
Okay.
Go.
Oof. He lands it, but he doesn't land it, and he just bows his head down in shame. Gurn, show him how to do this bomb throwing thing.
So if you were giving us the benefit of being prepared.
Yes. Oh yeah, because you guys, yeah, you definitely have anything loaded or whatever.
Okay.
And park easy for 7 hours.
Yeah, fair.
I'm gonna try a bottled sunlight on this guy.
Fuck yeah.
It's not gonna do much.
Nice.
Splish splash.
So,
Yes.
We can get a lot of information from it.
fuck.
Which that was that lesser or moderate?
Lesser. But if it is a wraith, It's supposed to take 4 instead of 1d4.
Gotcha. Well, and I believe it calculated it on its own, if I'm seeing that correctly, yes. Because it gave it the 4. Just tells you something.
Okay, yeah, I see that. Okay, yeah.
Way to go, Skid.
And then the splash will get the other one.
So I know you have that like directed. Is that gonna hit him in the middle right here?
But it's positive damage. It has no effect on.
Is it heal though?
I don't think so.
Well, yeah, I don't think there's such thing as a healing bomb unless you take feet.
Yeah. No, it is.
We're right back.
Alright, so. And it is. Positive. Alright, so. From
Well,
your,
that's.
yeah.
I was just gonna do a recall knowledge.
Well, so let me resolve this for you. So, from your light bomb, your sunlight bomb, he definitely takes all of that positive damage. However, the fire damage does not seem to affect him. But the 4 positive damage over here on this one, he takes it fully. Does that make sense? So the fire damage was resisted.
Right.
Which was 4 of the 9. If I'm not mistaken. Am I right on that? Oh well, no, it was 4 of the 9. So they took 5 instead of 9.
Yeah, I got
Does it make sense? Yeah. Alright, and then now you wanted to recall on him.
Yeah, which one should I do? Or am I picking the...
I mean, that's always up to you for real, unless, you know, some kind of specific hazard or something that's, you know, plot-wise, it's like, oh, use this. But yes, no, I mean, you would use whatever, you know, in your estimation of experience as your character here, you think would be best, and or, you know, you always think about it this way too. If you just generally want to know stuff, then just do whatever, and then I can, you know, form or something. If you want to know specific, like I want to know what is this thing and what is it weak to, well, then you might want to roll more like nuanced, like religion or society, or you know what I mean. You wouldn't roll like deception.
Yeah, it makes sense. So between society or arcana, society would be more applicable.
What do you want to find out about? What do you want to know?
Yeah, just the lore of the creature.
Well, that was cool. I don't know what that was. I guess because you clicked the tooltip. So I'm sorry, you said the lore of the creature. Could you be a little more, like you just want to know what it is?
Yeah.
Or what he's heard about these creatures.
Well, so I guess what I'm getting is I'm pushing you guys a little bit with recall knowledge. You know, you're not just supposed to say, okay, tell me everything.
Yeah.
I mean, that's obviously cop out. Yeah, well, but so I guess the upside of that is, like if you crit on something, you know what I mean? And then it's like, okay, you're gonna get a whole lot more.
So you want us to like ask a specific thing we're looking for, kind of thing?
I mean, I think that's the easiest way to like get you what you want without You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How many hit points does it have?
Okay, so take how many hit points does it have, and you would ask, like, I'm trying to determine, like, how strong it is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just so
How
it's
strong is it?
it's not so like pedestrian. Yeah. What did you roll? I don't see a roll.
Oh, and it did that.
It did that thing. Yeah, you clicked the tooltip, but you just rolled the skill in secret. Alright, perfect. So, you take a moment and try to discern what exactly this thing is. And, of course, informed by what you just threw, your sunlight bomb, you are confident that this is, in fact, an incorporeal wraith. You've seen other wraiths of different kinds. This one seems to be primarily constituted of smog, and it is with this smog that it is creating these vapors so dense that it is holding these like fetid corpses within it, and it's helping it generate the like noxious part of the smog. You know from encountering these types of creatures that, of course, no physical effect can touch them or really have anything to do with hindering them in any kind of way. They are resistant to most every type of damage, as you guys have already found out. However, beyond the positive damage that you confirmed hurts them, you know generally that wraiths are hurt by force damage or ghost touch, and that, you know, any non-magical damage is doubly resisted against, whereas, you know, magic damage is also still resisted. Again, because you know it is an incorporeal wraith, death effects, diseases, paralyzes, poisons, any kind of precision action or action that would render it unconscious are equally useless. The last thing you discerned, although you've experienced it, is that these things, one of the ways that they seem to be attempting to disable you guys is filling this room with more and more smog, and you determine that the smog density in this room has reached a level where during, you know, subsequent turns after this one, you guys are going to have to try to check against becoming further sickened by the atmosphere.
So we need to get the fuck out.
Yeah, maybe the choke point wasn't a great idea for all the fog.
We'll still know we
Well,
can
it's
back
going to
out.
follow us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wish I wasn't in front of the line so I could do. It's only cold.
Alright, and then you book it for your last action.
Yeah.
Fair enough. This thing moves straight through Hideki and takes a swipe at this dude. Wow. How do you roll that? Wow.
It's a natural one. It's a automatic fumble, no matter what.
I know. I'm just saying it's fun. It's a hit. It's a hit by 10.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that one hit by 10. Hilarious. All right, so This thing takes a swipe at him, and instead, Lyles ducks, and this thing hits itself. Whoops. And it takes 1 damage from its own hit. Frustrated, it lashes out first at Hideki, or I guess last at Hideki. It doesn't have another action, and misses him. Lucky. Alright, what you guys want the Master Swordsman to do?
Why he's probably take out that magical sword.
Well, doesn't he use this is where he like uses quick draw for his sword, right?
I think you can use quick draw on any of your weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Quick draw that sword and swipe.
Just have to be able to hit, like when you pull it out, right?
Yeah, or you have to use it when you pull it out or something. It's part of the
Yeah. So you want him to do that and swipe down on this guy?
Yeah, we got to deal some damage on this guy.
Okay. He makes a go of it. Take down all. You want to do his power attack? What's that do? Does that add something cool?
It adds an extra dice, I'm pretty sure.
It's like an action, right? It's one
Yeah.
action to do to add it. You want him to do that?
Do we just make sure he's got at least one action to get out of the room?
Oh, then he won't be able to do that. He'll have to drop his gun as well, or take an action to sheath it.
We talked before that the gun could be on a strap around you, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He just lets it go, pulls out the sword, and then he can attack once with power attack and then get the fuck out of there. Or he can attack twice and then get the fuck out of there without power attack.
Oh, yeah, let's use power attack then.
Alright. Here he goes. Woof. Alright. And then you want him to what? Go up the hallway or down the hallway as far as he can?
Yeah.
Anyone down for a hero point?
Oh, yeah.
He's got him, yeah.
May as well use one. It's just getting late.
Alright.
Real bad.
Fair enough. Good call, I guess. Alright, so let's see what he did here. That is slashing, yeah, slashing. Ooh, he gets a little strengthened by his hit here, gaining +2 bonus AC till his next turn. And this thing is gonna take 22 of that damage, but will not bleed.
So we can hit these guys now?
We always could, it just takes less damage.
You had to roll on that 20 to hit. And if you have a magical weapon, you can deal damage. If you have non-magical, you deal a quarter damage.
Well, I got a +1 striking, so does that count?
That'll deal
Yeah,
half
we
damage.
all have magic weapons now. We should.
How about
Alright,
for
so
his last action, that would be to run now, right?
which direction? North or south? Up or
South.
down? Alright, so his
East.
The plan's to lure them into their room still?
Just to get into another room where we're not going to be in a cloud of that smoke and have to roll fortitude saves.
Alright, so he runs down and coughs and splutters as he does so, and at the end of his turn, nice. He manages to spit and hack out some nasty shit right there in front of you, Gurn. and you excuse him because at least he doesn't become further sickened than he is. Saren.
Alright. Well, knowing that I'm reloaded, I'll do similar to Hideki. I'm going to fire on the close guy to me and then run. As for my shot, I'm going to use Sniper's Aim, which ignores concealment. Here we go. Good. Good.
All right, you with this closest one, right? This one you got targeted. Yeah. All right, so you blast through. You scare the shit out of Lyles. He ducks immediately, and these bullets just tear this thing up. But you notice that a great many of them fly just straight through this thing, and it ends up taking just 28 of your damage, and your effects don't seem to have any effect.
No fortitude saves for. Then I'll move as far as I can, which would be...
Well, so just note, I mean, you disagree or not. Anything essentially, yeah, that's like a fortitude or
yeah,
like
they're immune to all fortitude saves, right?
Yeah, or anything where you would like do something to a body, or like obviously diseases and poisons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. They're immune to pretty much everything. I'm going to move
yeah,
now
like a ghost.
35 feet.
Alright.
20, 25, 30, 35. That's the end of my turn.
Alright. Drez.
Alright, first action is to stand up.
You do so.
Second action will put me right there.
Alright.
And then final action, I'm going to retch.
Alright. This sickness is easy enough to where you're able to just retch out sickness 1. However, you find yourself still in the noxious fog, coughing and spluttering. Click that.
I'm going to hero point that.
Fair enough. Alright. Taking that.
Yeah, we'll keep that.
Alright, you cough and find yourself not terribly affected, but you become sick to your stomach once more. Vemgard.
Alright, first thing I'm going to do is a diplomacy check and say, you don't follow us, you're going to be taken away, and I'm going to let go of him. I hope this works. I really don't think I can make it that far with
That's much more intimidation than diplomacy.
Well, he's gonna say it diplomatically, though. He's gonna like look him in the eye and like stroke his hair.
Lean in for a kiss.
Hey,
That's
how
romantic.
Vemgard rolls. That's how I roll, man. I'll hit on anything that moves. Yeah, I do that. Oh, wait, hold on.
Okay, so he looks at you like a scared puppy dog. I'm talking like deer in headlights, and he just freezes, and you feel him like tense up, and just he does not want to move at all.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I keep. Sorry. I said I dropped him, but can
you
I?
You let go of him?
Well, I said I was going to do that while I was doing it, but if
Gotcha.
I feel like he was tensed up, I would automatically re-grab him. But that's your call.
Well, no. It's not my call. It's what happened, right? If you let go of him, that's fine.
Yeah.
But you still notice that he's like tensed up, like a deer in headlights. He's frozen. Do you want to grab him again?
Yeah. I'll grab him again.
So just athletics him.
Rookie mistake, Logan.
Yeah.
All right. So you reach out to grab him, and he squirms away from you, and you don't get a hold of him.
All right. I will make another athletics check.
All right.
Okay. I realize that's flying.
This time you whiff completely, and you grab at him, and you end up kind of fumbling into Krillin a little bit.
0 point?
If you got one, yeah, use it up. Less than 10 minutes.
Fuck off.
You fall in the sink.
Alright, I move out of the way for Krillin and say, get going, I'll try and grab him after. Or
Alright.
hopefully give you...
I was gonna say, how funny would it be that we all just left Krillin to die again?
As your turn ends, the fog thickens up around you. Click that fortitude save, sir.
I will hero point that. I still have them, so still use them. I think my last one or my...
Goddamn. They multiply.
Fuck off!
That's what you get, you lying bastard.
Oh no.
What, you got another one?
I haven't used mine all day. This is my last 3 of them. Technically I have one more, but I'm not doing it. That's them in my turn.
Go ahead if you go use it.
Alright.
I'm gonna watch this back though and see how many times you use one.
Fuck off.
Make me start keeping track. Alright, so you cough and splutter and this stuff, it gets to you. You become sick to your stomach, but you are already sick, so you don't become any worse. However, you feel yourself getting kind of lethargic, and you are slowed 1. Krillin, what will you do, sir?
Okay, I'm gonna flurry of blows and then run away. Would be the plan, right? While trying to get to other.
Try and grab him, that would be great. Especially if you can try and grab him and make him run, because he's frozen still. And I'm not gonna lie.
About Lyles?
Yeah, Lyle. He's grab him and try and run.
Grab him and try and run. Okay.
Probably have better athletics than me.
So, I guess I'll need to change the grip on my bow staff to hold it in one hand, grab him, and then move. So can I do that, Mary? Do I need to do any checks?
Well, no. Don't you have something though where you can grab even when you got two hands? Like you can do that because of a feet or something. I feel like
I don't think I do. I don't think I do. I don't remember there being one. But
well, I mean,
I'll look
yeah,
it up later.
you could manipulate as an action to switch to one hand and then grab him, and then the grab is an athletics check.
Okay, so I'll do the athletics check.
I mean, the switch in the one hand is. I mean, I don't you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Well, I mean, you don't really have to do it. I don't think unless you're gonna hit something before you switch back to two hand. I mean,
Okay,
but you could click it in Foundry if you want to.
Okay.
I don't think
I'm
it
gonna
changes.
bother.
I don't think it changes the athletics roll against him at all, right? Yeah.
Okay, I'll roll athletics.
All right, you grab him. How do you grab him though?
I just grab him by the wrist,
All right.
really firmly,
All right.
signaling urgency. And then from there, how far can I move with him grabbed?
So half speed.
Half speed. So my speed is 45 feet. So is that 20 feet?
Well, no, because you'd get the other two, right?
Are we rounding up
But
or are we
yeah.
rounding down?
Oh well, that's what I say. I mean, precision, so you could move like slightly into a square.
Okay, so I'll go here. And,
All right, and you just towing him behind you, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
All right, y'all getting a little crowded in the hallway, so if I'm gonna leave him up here at the top. But
well, actually, since you said holding the bow staff in one hand was free, I could go again, right? So I can move another 20 feet or 25.
Oh,
whatever,
what?
so-
No, switching to one hand is an action. It's a manipulate.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
So in that case-
you interact to switch.
Gotcha. So in that
Yeah.
case,
What I was saying was, if you don't want to fuck with like actually clicking that button in Foundry,
Oh, gotcha.
I
Okay, in
don't
that
think
case-
it changed your athletics roll or anything.
Okay, in that case, I'm done then.
Yeah. All right, so you are right on the misty edges of this smog, and you start coughing and spluttering. Click here if you dare. Oh, and yeah, you guys identify these, so let me fix that. Krillin, click that fortitude save. Oh
That's being hero pointed because we're pretty much done for the night.
man, it was like on that 20 and rolled off. That was rough.
Okay. I am gonna roll again. Oh boy. Come on, please. Okay, there we go. Perfect.
Alright, so you cough and splutter, and you don't get the worst effects, but you do become sick to your stomach. Alright, and is it this guy? Alright, no, it's this one's turn. Alright, so, this one, bereft of targets. Yeah, I mean, it comes right at you, Vemgard. You're the only thing it sees, essentially. In the mist. So, yikes. He lands one crucial hit on you. And it's a doozy. You feel it all in your bones. And in your green monster. Alright, so this guy is essentially, he's grabbed, but he's still got that stuff. He's got one hand free, so he's still got that bottled lightning, tanglefoot bag. Does he have a bottled lightning? Yeah, he's got two more bottled lightning, yeah. So acid flask and this Lyserium, which is can I load this for y'all? Well, his Lyzerium's just kind of like any other alchemical bomb. 2d8 plus, well, persistent fire wouldn't do anything. Yeah, your bottled lightning's probably the best with him. You want him to try another one?
Yeah, chuck it.
Alright, so he chucks one. Can't hit shit. He's got one more.
Still splash with a miss? No?
Well, but it's not anything to affect them, is the problem. Or you guys want him to do anything else?
I'd say moving further down the hall would be a better use of his time than throwing the ball.
Well, I guess technically he is like down here, but we'll say he could see him enough to throw a badly aimed bomb. But he's grabbed by Krillin, don't forget. Yeah.
I say just leave it there. Save that other bottle for maybe it'll come in handy next week.
Alright. So he coughs and splutters up in this fog, and saves himself and does not become any more sickened than he is. Gurn.
Oh, I guess he could have retched. Fuck.
Yeah. He's doing alright. He seems to enjoy being sick.
Question, would his float be gone, or is that a long float?
Was his who
Float.
be gone?
His float condition. I know sometimes it's one turn, and then I know some things are longer. Okay, here we go.
Are you talking about this NPC dude?
Yeah.
His slowed condition. Yes, it is, because it's not. So it's not like an applied slow, right?
Yep.
I don't want to say much more, but it's
Yep. No.
it's working slightly different. Yeah. All right, so a flash of sunlight gleams through these corridors, but
Yeah, I'm gonna hero point that.
all right. Alright, awesome. This one more effective. And you get through with 6 damage.
Splash the other guy.
Right, he takes just the 4 damage. And you got one more?
Yeah, nothing to do.
Alright. So, you guys want to hit it right there?
Yeah.
Probably a
Alright.
good stopping point.
Yes. Smog filling the room. GG.
Yep. Good game, boys. It looks like I may be late on Sunday's game.
That's what's up.
Meat
Yeah.
shield on Sunday's game. Got it.
Me.
Yeah.
And that slogan.
I wouldn't mind. I would be a Megas in that. So yeah. Anyways, good game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good
later.
one.
Thank
See
you.
y'all.
See ya.